No, people. Joel Benjamin 528, aka Big Money Benjamin, aka MC Spookism. Sorry. Mercury retrograde, been Mercury retrograding along with all the planets in retrograde. And Chirion, aka Chiron. People swear they saying it the right way when they say Chiron, but it's really Chirion. Chiron. Let's get into it. $6 trillion XRP slush fund ready to pump. As usual, without further delay, let me share my screen so you see what I see. It's going to be a quick one tonight, people. Oh, yes, it's going to be a quick one tonight. So, everybody think that this is a rumor of what's going on, but it's not a rumor. I don't feel it is. Anyway, everything I've been telling you since about XRP so far has come to pass. Everything. And more is still to come. So without further ado, check this video out. And please let me know if you could hear it. Thank you very much.
Here's the information, the clarification that I'm getting on the $6 trillion market cap of XRP. I have a source who is high-level, the high-level financial system of the world, and this person knows how it works, and I know he knows how it works because I asked him about the birth certificates, the bonds, and the trusts. And if somebody really knows how the real financial system works, they know the real story about the birth certificates, the bonds, and the trusts, and can speak authoritatively on that. And I'm not going to get into the details here, but this guy knows that, and I've vetted him as a very good source. What he's saying is that indeed the market cap of XRP is considerably higher than what we see on the exchanges. But the $6 trillion mark, he says, that may not be in the market cap yet. It may not actually yet be invested into XRP. He says what they're doing is all the big banking system, people in the banking system and the big financial players know that XRP is going to be one of the foundations of the new financial system. So they've got this money standing by in what he calls a slush fund. So they've got it there, it's on the sidelines, and they're going to pump it into XRP at some point. You will see, according to him, not investment advice, but my source says, you'll see XRP one day soon gap up like $9 above, really high, just like that. And a lot of the holders will say, that's such a great gain, like it's unsustainable, that level of a parabolic run, that people will take their money out, and then something will happen and they'll get locked out, and then this big money fund will come in, the $6 trillion, and they'll buy it all up, and it'll go up so high then that you'll be locked out. So his advice was to hold your XRP. I don't talk about whether or not I have any investments in any of this. I don't give investment advice. I'm just a reporter. I'm just getting information and disseminating it.
Did you guys hear that? Gapping up overnight. You know, it sounds very similar to what David Schwartz mentioned all those years ago. XRP has to go up very, very quickly. If it went up steadily and smoothly, too many people would buy up. They would affect the price. So what could this mean for XRP holders moving forward? Guys, could we wake up one day and boom, just like that, see an XRP worth $9, you know, starting at $3.50, and then overnight waking up realizing we've pretty much almost tripled our portfolio value? It's an interesting theory. Again, I want...
Okay, so I hate when they come with, oh, it's an interesting theory. I'm not going to say it's a theory. Why? Because this guy who's on here breaking this down, um, he always been on point. I showed you him before, and I'm showing you again. Oh, hold on, people. Let me tell y'all something. I done squeeze my damn finger in between the chair and table. It looked good, but it still feel a certain type of way. These are the ills of going live. I was supposed to go live at 11 on the dot when I was here, but the stuff was just messing up badly. So this is the stuff that happens. XRP is going to be implemented. Let me big screen myself so y'all could see and understand what I'm saying. XRP is going to be implemented in every city. What y'all don't understand, it's like mini civil wars going on around when it comes to crypto. You have certain cities, counties, states that's holding certain type of cryptos on their balance sheet. Because they're like, yeah, that's okay, but I'm not going down with the state. This county is going to survive. Or they'll say, this city ain't going down with the state. This city is going to survive. Now, I'm going to play you a video, all right, in a few minutes to let you get an understanding of where I'm coming from. XRP very well can shoot up overnight. And I mean, when I say shoot up overnight, I'm talking about thousands of dollars overnight. When this happens, it's not about if it happens. Listen to me carefully again. When this happens, you are going to be locked out because some of y'all do not know how to use DEX or DEXs, or should I say the DEX, like how they say the internet. DEX, a DEX is DEX, which is a decentralized exchange. Matter of fact, I'll do one better. Because like I said, this video that I'm going to show you, the next video, is what's been going on out here in the ecosystem of politics. So DEX, DEX meaning, I showed y'all this before, but it's time we have a refresher. So everything I'm going to do for you is in real time. I'm going to share my screen so you see what I see. Okay. Y'all see that? Oh, no, you don't. People, when I tell you the L's are going live, I mean the L's are going live. And there we go. We're going to take it smooth today. Well, tonight. So check this out right here. Let's go into the breakdown of DEX, because anybody that got XRP, you need to know this information. They will not teach you this information on the regular. They'll have you go out there, learn it yourself. And even if you Google it like this, you still won't understand. Matter of fact, let me play that video for you right now. Let me give this person this package. Hold on, people. Let me play this video for you real quick so you see what I'm talking about.
is our announcement that we will be creating a digital asset advisory council to bring fintech jobs and investment right here to the Big Apple. And we're going to ask the rank and file to come from among you to help us say to government, get out of the way, allow it to grow and prosper by going to those who have been in this field for many years. In a few weeks, we'll be announcing the chair of this council and with key policy recommendations to help ensure that we use this technology in the right way. This is not about chasing memes or trends. We want to use the technology of tomorrow to better serve New Yorkers today. We have experts right here, and they are going to help us navigate solutions that serve our city. We are lucky to have this type of human capital right here in the city of New York. You've been hiding in the shadows, afraid to come out during the day. Come out now. You can prosper in this great city.
Okay, did y'all hear that? That's Eric Adams talking about what all of a sudden, and he's really being desperate right now, doing pull-ups on the sidewalk, with the where it make like the V shape. Hold on. Where it makes like the V shape with the crossing signs when to cross. He there doing pull-ups. He did pretty good. Then he's there doing speeches talking about how he be in the back when the sun pretty much goes down. He be in the back drinking Hennessy, smoking a cigar in the back of the barber shop and the salon. Really? Not brainstorming and thinking how to run this city better? I didn't think he thought that one through. But nevertheless, he is doing what needs to be done, which is bringing that council, which he should have done in the first damn place. But because things is getting tight and hectic, he's getting desperate. I could tell you some stuff about Eric Adams and Mayor Eric Adams, and when it comes to this crypto so-called push initiative that he's looking to do. Matter of fact, I'll play it for you one more time, just so it sink in. Y'all think Eric Adams is the only one that's doing this? And people are going to say, oh, he ain't say XRP, XRP. At this point, you're stupid or you're stupid, because I did the live stream showing how him and Brad Garlinghouse was sitting down on stage and then had a meeting afterwards. The 15-minute city plan, I showed you how Eric Adams was speaking about that too. Where it's going to be AI generated, and along with the new prison that they're building up on Atlantic Avenue. People, do not think that this stops here in New York. XRP is supposed to be something that provides liquidity. Out of all things it deals with, it provides liquidity. So now, when dealing... Nope, sorry, wrong video. When dealing with the DEX, let me show you this. So when you have a crypto advisory, that you want the people that's on there that knows about crypto. This right here is going to be very important for people to know about and deal with. It's called the DEX. All right. Let me get this out the way. There we go. A decentralized exchange. This is where no one is supposed to be able to block you or stop you in anything that you do. You feel me? Everything will go smoothly. It's like when, hold on, let me show myself. It's like when Eric Trump, the two Trump brothers was talking on how they got in deeper into crypto is because they got debanked because they're political affiliation with Donald Trump, which they couldn't help that because that's their father anyway. And pretty much the banks created monsters. These are people that have been friends with them for the longest. So they started doing business and transacting through the DEX. The DEX have millions to billions of dollars flowing through it. So when XRP reaches that $9, and a lot of people will sell on exchanges, of course, which is known as SEX or SEX, CEX, centralized exchanges. They could lock you off, stop you, halt trading, buying and selling, and they could also halt sending and receiving. What I'm telling you is very important. That's why y'all should have been got the course. Let me put it up here, cryptoprolife@gmail.com, and tell them Joel Benjamin 528 referred you. So you get that little discount. Now, this is my thing. If you've been watching me for the longest, if you own any type of crypto and you do not have the course from Crypto Pro Life, I'm going to tell you now, you're either stupid or you're stupid. Moving on. So, when we're dealing with this right here, the Decentralized Exchange, it's a peer-to-peer platform that allow users to trade cryptocurrency directly with each other without needing a third-party intermediary. Meaning, you do not need the bank, you do not need Coinbase the business, Gemini Exchange the business, Crypto.com the business. Who else? You got your L Bank, your Bitroot. You don't need those. Those are SEX, centralized exchange. Now, here is where it gets tricky. You have a lot of them that are slick and they still want that inflow and generate money. So then you'll have companies like this. Hold on. Ills of going live, people. Let me pull it up for you. Globiance. Okay. Remember, I gave y'all a code to deal with this right here. Globiance. This is on the XDC network. You see, it's also a crypto bank. You see, they're located Singapore. All right. They deal with XDC on the network, in the XDC ecosystem. Notice right here, this is also a DEX, but it's also a SEC, an SEX. Excuse me. Can't believe I said that. A CEX, a centralized exchange. So they're double dipping. So what you're now about to see, because when these cryptos run up and they don't have the actual money or the actual crypto to cover the funds, which they don't. A lot of these exchanges are damn near insolvent. You're telling me when that secret $6 trillion XRP slush funds get revealed, they have to know a way how to deal with the money. At least if you do not change it into USDT, USDC, or LUSD, you would at least be able to swap the XRP when it goes higher into another crypto such as Bitcoin, Ethereum. All right. A lot of times they might make it where you have to be on a certain network or switch within whatever that token ecosystem. So now this is where it comes into bridging. Bridging. Let me see. Bridge. Everything I'm doing for y'all in real time. Bridging crypto. And you think this would be something that will be easy, right? Wrong. It's not. But it has gotten better. Why? Because of cryptos such as XRP. Remember, they take one type of money and switch it in to another. Remember that. So bridging in crypto refers to the process to transfer asset between different blockchain networks. It aims to enhance interoperability, allowing for data, blah, 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 blah. Moving on, what crypto deals with interoperability? Remember, I told you anytime you hear interoperability, that's a key word that's dealing with all government and the government agencies. So we're going to do this here. Interoperability, XRP. That's why it's easy to understand. Watch this. XRP is enhancing interoperability through integrations with platforms like Axelar and Wormhole. Yes, they teamed up. I've been told you that. Enabling seamless asset transfers and cross-chain functionality with other blockchains, which will make it easy. This includes the recent bridging of XRP to Axelar's networks, facilitating connections to over 60 blockchains, and Ripple's partnership with Wormhole to enhance the XRP ledger's multi-chain capability. Additionally, the upcoming XRP LEVM sidechain. Now, I know I'm speaking a different language to y'all, okay, but stick with me here, is expected to further expand XRP's interoperability by offering Ethereum compatibility, smart contract compatibility. Now, I already told you, Ethereum had no choice. They had to team up with Ripple XRP. Ethereum ETH had no choice. The Ethereum Foundation consensus, they had no choice. And guess what? Ripple had no choice either. They all need each other. XDC, Globions. Remember, Axelar is being used with Coinbase. Excuse me, not Coinbase. Chase Bank. Been told y'all that. Y'all should, Crypto Pro Life, been had Axelar up there. And you should have been staking your Axelar and collecting interest. But some of y'all want to be so cheap. Okay? So when this happens and they flip the switch, you're going to be like, how is that possible? How could it be $6 trillion XRP slush fund and we don't know? Y'all seem to forget about this. That's why Eric Adams is looking to do what he do. That's why the guy said what he said. Okay? Y'all forgot of Fiat Leak. Fiat Leak. Let's go to that website. We're going to go straight to the XRP one. You see, no gatekeeping. No gatekeeping. I've been showed y'all this. Look how fast. Remember when I showed y'all this over 4 years ago? You ain't ever seen the US have XRP flowing into it so fast. And look at these big bubbles. This is in real time. 5,961.2 XRPs, 10,289 XRP, 21,175 XRPs. This is moving in real time. And they're showing you the country that the countries is coming out from. Look at this. All this, the majority of it is the United States. You have a few that is Korea. Remember, Korea love XRP. You have a few that is Japan, and you have some in here that is China. Look at the list and look at the huge amounts that's being sent. How is it they're able to send all this type of money back and forth? Because this is not just big institutions. These are banks, and they're doing huge transfers and buying. XRP has the secret ledger. Now, what is going to be is, are you going to be part of that secret ledger? Okay? Will you be able to get into that secret ledger? Because when time comes, it's a reason why if it goes to $9 and $10, let me say this. Look how people act when it reached to 25 cents. Look how people act when it reached to what? 50 cents. Look how much people sold at 80 something cents. $1, forget about it. $2, definitely forget it. Forget about it. You seen the dude crying from Barstool. Okay? Now XRP broke all-time highs, and it's going to break even higher all-time highs. Okay? And this is how. So you're going to ask yourself, how are they able to do all the money? Ask yourself, how is this going so fast? And these are big, look, 78,000 XRPs moving. Come on, people. Look at this. Look at how fast it's moving into America. Look at Korea. Korea and America have one of the highest amount of volumes going with XRP. I already showed you the XRP where it was buying up. So when it hit $9 to $10 and you get happy, they are going to lock you out. And when they lock you out, remember, you see how this is moving right here, right now. That's going to be easy for them to lock you out, because then they get to use the DEX, the Decentralized Exchange, and they know you're not good at that. You don't know about that. You haven't learned it, right? And this is what's going to happen to you. You are going to be locked out. And then it's certain DEX, because with the laws that they've been looking to pass in America, stick with me here. Stick with me here, people. I'm cooking. Just let me cook. They are going to make a different part, a section of the DEX where it's more compliant, which doesn't make sense to me. But it's a DEX where if you're not up on this type of echelons, you do not get to use the DEX. The DEX is going to be exclusively for these set of people. Y'all understand that? Y'all get where I'm coming from? That's why you need to get your hard wallets now. If you haven't done so by now, you've been in crypto for so long, shame on you. You deserve everything you get when that exchange say, sorry, that belongs to us now. We have to pay off our investors. You deserve it. People, I'm at the 20-minute mark. Okay. I'm going to leave y'all with this video.
Information, the clarification that I'm getting on the $6 trillion market cap.
Here's going live. Let's try this again.
XRP. I have a source who is high level, the high level financial system of the world. And this person knows how it works. And I know he knows how it works because I asked him about the birth certificates, the bonds, and the trusts. And if somebody really knows how the real financial system works, they know the real story about the birth certificates, the bonds, and the trusts, and can speak authoritatively on that. And I'm not going to get into the details here, but this guy knows that. And I've vetted him as a very good source. What he's saying is that indeed the market cap of XRP is considerably higher than what we see on the exchanges. But the $6 trillion mark, he says, that may not be in the market cap yet. It may not actually yet be invested into XRP. He says what they're doing is all the big banking system, people in the banking system and the big financial players know that XRP is going to be one of the foundations of the new financial system. So they've got this money standing by in what he calls a slush fund. So they've got it there, it's on the sidelines, and they're going to pump it into XRP at some point. You will see, according to him, not investment advice, but my source says, that you'll see XRP one day soon gap up like $9 above, really high, just like that. And a lot of the holders will say, that's such a great gain, like it's unsustainable, that level of a parabolic run, that people will take their money out, and then something will happen and they'll get locked out, and then this big money fund will come in, the 6 trillion, and they'll buy it all up. And it'll go up so high then that you'll be locked out. So his advice was to hold your XRP. I don't talk about whether or not I have any investments in any of this. I don't give investment advice. I'm just a reporter. I'm just getting information and disseminating it.
Did you guys hear that? Gapping up overnight. You know, it sounds very similar to what David Schwartz mentioned all those years ago. XRP has to go up very, very quickly. If it went up steadily and smoothly, too many people would buy up. They would affect the price. So what could this mean for XRP holders moving forward? Guys, could we wake up one day and boom, just like that, see an XRP worth $9, you know, starting at $3.50, and then overnight waking up realizing we've pretty much almost tripled our portfolio value? It's an interesting theory. Again, I want...
Now remember, none of this is far-fetched. There's so much reasons why this could go up. And we already know that. The writing is on the wall. The problem is a lot of y'all are not reading it. Remember, you have Flare that's already been partnered with them. You have Bitrue. You have Uphold. You have Coinbase that's partnered with Ripple XRP. All right? BlackRock is involved with Ripple XRP. Make no mistake about that. So when this go up, their goal is to block you out when you get excited and you sell. And then you will not be able to accumulate that asset like before. Why you think XRP always been glitching? I keep telling y'all that. They're the only one that glitch. And not only that, it should have been a red flag. Any of y'all that got Coinbase started making it where you're not moving that XRP off the exchange unless you have 22 XRP or more. That should be the eye opener for you. Make sure y'all contact Crypto Pro Life, all right, at gmail.com. Tell them Joel Benjamin 528 referred you. Salute to the international audience. Salute to the domestic. Peace.